Hello everyone. Today me, Pranas, and my colleagues Thomas and Aurimas would like to introduce you with the newest features of the Teltonika Networks remote management system. We will be starting with a quick RMS overview for them who are still not familiar with our remote management system. Then we will go through the recent RMS updates and then introduce the most important new feature, VPN. To present these features in a more practical way, we will illustrate with demo session. And don't worry, if you will have any questions, we will have the time for them at the end of the webinar, as usual. Please use Q&A section for the questions. And also during this webinar, we will have active poll. Please answer these questions. They are important to improve our services in upcoming webinars. So RMS is a web-based IoT platform created by Teltonika Networks and is based on AWS Cloud. RMS is compatible with all our TRB and IoT series devices, and main functionalities includes remote management and control of your whole network infrastructure. So until recent days, RMS had three main parts: management, that gives full control over your fleet of Teltonika Networks routers and gateways, ensuring their security and availability. Connect, allowing you to reach and control other smart devices remotely, even without public IP. API, that helps you to take what you need from RMS and implement it into the IoT platform of your choice. Starting with management, it is very important to understand that RMS can offer by controlling your whole fleet of Teltonika's routers and gateways. RMS will save you costs usually spent on expensive engineers. You will not need to calculate the time spent on fixing the product or changing the configuration or even updating the firmware. You will be able to do everything by yourself. More, with historical data that RMS is keeping, you will be able to make assumptions that is the best for your business. And lastly, with a whole bunch of alerts and notifications, you will be alarmed anytime when something will happen. Connect Park includes three different versions or access protocols: HTTP, HTTPS for accessing third-party device WebUI remotely, SSH for accessing CLI, and desktop to access Windows or Linux machines desktop via RDP or VNC protocols. With all these features, you will be sure that you will be able to access any device in the same network where you have at least one our product. So again, instead using different software, having a bunch of engineers, you will need only RMS Connect and you will have full control of your whole infrastructure. And lastly, API. API will enable a possibility to control everything from any platform of your choice. Let's say you are a manufacturer and you are having your own software and you do not want to change it or use it different platform. Well, it's easy, just use RMS. Configure your API and that's it. You will be using one single platform and get features from both. Lately, we have updated our remote management system with following features. More about them will tell my colleague Thomas.
RMS Connect and RMS was updated with several new features, which one is the task managers, which are just like many other functionalities. Task manager was initially inspired by one of our clients before it became available to all users of RMS. In essence, task manager allows creating custom command lists and execute them remotely to the fleet of selected routers. It could be any type of customized tasks lists that is used only by your company in RMS. With this feature, you can add unique functionality to your RMS account and enable them to a whole fleet of routers with a click of a button. For example, imagine that you have a custom solution added to Teltonika router, and from time to time you want to download some log files and have information when it was done. With RMS Task Manager, you can easily do this by creating simple Linux command and adding tasks to download file into RMS. Next feature, which you're already familiar with from our root OS, is site blocking. It allows to grant and restrict access to a list of websites from the users of specific network. With RMS site blocking, it is possible to remotely create black or white lists that filters out which websites a user on the local network can access. This functionality is often used in work environments when an employer wants to limit access to on specific websites which are required for direct job duties. Of course, other way how you can look at this is this can be used by hotspot providers where they only want and they want to ensure that no one uses streaming platforms or some kind of illegal content sites to avoid some kind of law issues. Of, for example, with RMS, you can with RMS mobile site blocking, you can whitelist or blacklist multiple remote devices and configure them as per change of business needs as a fleet and not one by one. Remote mobile devices. As the name suggests, this functionality enables user remotely access Android and iOS devices to the screens in a real time. To make it work, at first, those mobile devices, tablets or smartphones must download an app of RMS, which installed enables access to the screen. Once this is done, the technician from remote computer of RMS with RMS Web initially requests requests access to your mobile device screen, and from that point he can see what is happening on the screen. So it's easily can be used to replicate issues, to see what is happening device, or just simply help customer to work with the device and its application. SFTP, Secure File Transfer Protocol. It uses secure shell data streaming to establish safe connectivity with a higher level of file transfer security. Having as an SFTP functionality or RMS allows remotely sending large files directly to and from end device, keeping them unreadable during the process and unreachable without authorized access. And last feature added is Telnet. Telnet is another protocol that has been added to RMS. Using remote Telnet under RMS Connect enables a remote connection to industrial device or any other device command line interface with support of Telnet, and it's connected to RMS, which is connected to RMS device LAN. Telnet allows to log in as a regular user or any other with the same privileges and data on a remote computer. Of course, just to remind you, Telnet is quite old protocol and it has known vulnerabilities, so always use with care. So Telnet was the last feature which was added in RMS. Before getting to our main topic of today, RMS VPN. As someone of you have already noticed, since the 3rd of August, RMS was updated with a new RMS VPN functionality, which you were able to test beforehand. With it, we have expanded our RMS portfolio with a new feature, VPN. And now RMS has these main parts. So management, connect, VPN, about we're going to talk today, API. So without further ado, let me introduce the VPN. So what is RMS VPN? RMS VPN is a service designed for remote efficiency, low cost management of large-scale networks. As opposed to a point-to-point VPN service, RMS VPN allows creating encrypted VPN tunnels for secure access of multiple endpoints within a matter of seconds. Let's look how it can be done. For example, manufacturing facilities of LANs use various PLCs, HMIs, and other industrial devices which are running on different protocols, which are not always feasible to integrate in whole platforms. And I think we do not have to tell you about the number of industrial protocols, including standardized and non-standard. The growing automation trends of such entities require enabling remote access due to increasing efficiency, reducing downtime, and optimizing costs. Using RMS VPN allows secure remote access to multiple applications simultaneously, multiple applications simultaneously, regardless of the protocol, checking and changing configurations of them, and completing other essential tasks. So as this small topology shows, what your client will need is RMS, which most likely you're already using, one of our Teltonika devices, and any OpenVPN client. And that's it. With this three simple parts, you will be able to reach any device with any protocol available in your desired remote network. Some of you might ask, can RMS Connect and RMS VPN still coexist at the same time? And this would be answer yes from me. Let me explain it to you with this table. RMS Connect allows to access, for example, one endpoint with a single connection, where RMS VPN has an virtually unlimited number of connections at the same time, comparing with Connect. However, usually to set up RMS Connect, it will take way less time, since Connect tools are integrated into RMS Web, and you just have to make certain endpoints information, configure it, and you can work with that device at ease. With RMS VPN, you have to make several additional steps. For example, download VPN client, and of course, maybe use some other software which can enable communication with certain protocols. Since again, PCs are not always understanding all protocols easily. However, this RMS VPN versatility allows to establish communication with remote devices using unlimited number of protocols, as I have suggested, where connected is limited again to one protocol per connection. So again, maybe some trade-off. But at this point, you as a user or your client can choose what he needs at that time. Quick setup or versatility. Since either functionality pricing is the same, 1 credit for 2 GB of data, so choices in this game, this is yours. Maybe to show difference difference between RMS Connect and VPN difference, let's visualize with this picture. At the top, you see that RMS Connect currently supports these protocols: Telnet, SFTP, RDP, VNC, SSH, HTTP, HTTPS. Where comparing RMS VPN, when you connect to remote network, you have full access of that network devices. All protocols can be streamed via Ethernet. Furthermore, RMS VPN is secure service and uses only encrypted tunnels. And what is the best benefit of RMS is that you can reach multiple endpoints using a virtual infinite number of different protocols at a single time. Those protocols can be even your custom ones. So I think we don't have to tell that some clients really like to have their own protocols communication with devices. And of course, just like RMS Connect functionality, for RMS VPN, we offer an on-demand service, which means that you only pay for what you use. As a result, you save not only the travel and training expenses for staff due to remote access, but also the functionality itself, since we only charge for the amount of data you have used. As others might limit the VPN client number, we do not do that. We offer an unlimited VPN client number. Furthermore, if you need, you can get data usage reports, and as all our devices, the same with RMS, all configurations are free and easy to set up. And just to prove that, I want to make a short demo how you can set up and use RMS VPN in your RMS account. So let's log into our RMS account, and I hope so you all you have hardened your RMS connection and account security with Teltonika ID application, just to make sure that your all industrial devices and your fleet of routers are working as secure as possible. So when you, most of you most likely have seen the new section of the menu RMS VPN and with VPN hubs. Here will lie all your VPN hubs, which is the VPN server for your certain instance. And for example, if you have created your VPN hubs, you can see them all here and create, of course, the new ones. When creating VPN hub, you have to give some name. It can be, doesn't matter, 111, or can give some meaningful to know what is happening with that hub. So for example, since my demo will be related with some kind of factory presentation, I want to give it factory demo. And of course, in description, you can provide additional information about your case, which will be represented in the hub itself. One thing I want to mention, as whole RMS uses, the tag system also applies to our VPN hub. Tags is a wonderful tool to use and organize your information, to sort through them. Imagine if you have tens or 100 of working VPN hubs, try to imagine how it would be hard to look for each specific hub without certain tools. So with tags, you can pinpoint where you want to go and have exact information. When entered to hub itself, at first you will see general information about what is happening with the hub. So here we see the general information about the hub, which I have provided during configuration. Down below, you have controls of the hub and information about its status, active sessions, use data, and of course, when you have number of active sessions, you also see what device exactly connected, which I will show you later. Going to clients, RMS VPN allows to have several different sort of types of clients. So for example, you can create clients from already existing user base, which are in your RMS company. Also, of course, you can add Teltonika remote devices, which we'll see it's very easy to do. And of course, you can create custom users. So example, you maybe want to give a customer or a third-party technician access to your network. So you can easily create custom user without adding the technician to RMS itself. So let's add several clients to our RMS hub, as you can see. So one client for this, and of course, let's add several routers to have access to their remote network. And another one router, let's give it a try. And of course, as you can see, when you're adding devices, they are not occurring again in the selection menu. So you avoid the troubles when you're creating. And just to show it, you can create a custom client where we will have created a custom client with its own configuration, which you can download from this menu. Of course, from this menu, you can change the IP address of device of the client. Of course, you can enable, disable the client if you wish to have some temporary access of them. And of course, we have added additional buttons to have sorting, since again, working with RMS must be easy and feasible for your clients. So you can sort it by your clients by users, by devices, or see the whole list. So again, everything is easy and created in mind with workflow to be as easy as possible. When you have added clients, you can see that from routers, you cannot download any file. This is done because all Teltonika routers from RMS is already configured and now working with RMS VPN hub. So again, zero touch configuration. Currently, for clients on PC side, you have to download an OpenVPN file, which you have to launch it with some kind of OpenVPN supporting client. In the future, we are working to have an RMS VPN client, which will be way more integrated with our RMS VPN, and you will have to skip this step as well, since when your client is configured on computer one time, any new addition to RMS hub will be automatically synced to your computer, will automatically sync with RMS. So again, in the future, we'll see how it will be way easier. Okay, let's launch it, and now it with RMS hub. The last step we have to do is to add routes to devices which one want to access. And in this case, I want to access my IP camera in facility, and of course several relays to control them. So to add route, we can use automatic scanning of the device. So again, let's scan the device, and of course, since I know the IP address of the IP camera, I can easily see the IP address and add it to my route. And of course, let's add additional one route and scan this device, and let's add the route for this device. Let's start hub, and while the hub is restarting, let's see the last tab of RMS hub. So the last configuration tab is for more advanced users which want to use specific server IP or change the server mask, the size of the server. So again, you can do this here. And of course, if your network requires specific DHCP options, you can do this here as well. Since I'm fine with what I have, I leave it as it is, but you can know you have already installed. And let's try to see what my IP camera shows. Okay, let's look it. And what we can see, let's log in. So just imagine, think about this part as a manufacturing site. When we get some kind of alert and we have a IP camera on site to see what is happening. And when logging, we see that some kind of red light indicating that we have an issue. With this information already seeing, we can connect to the PLC, HMI, or any other interface to see what is happening, why this issue occurred. And for example, we can do this with connecting to other of interface of that light bulb which are currently working. And by connecting to it, just a moment. Okay, and for example, in seeing this picture, we have connected and see what is happening. And we can see that, okay, I'm looking at certain box and see that it's everything fine. It was just one-time mistake, which was fixed by internal workers. So I can change the state to green. And with this, I see that the light bulb light changes, and I indicated that issue, fixed it without going there. It's just using RMS communication to the device located on the remote site as well. So you can see that RMS VPN allows you to have easy configuration and of course easy access to any remote network site. And of course, we can get back here. So when I mentioned, you see that all information about user data, about active sessions, you can see here. For example, when you're done work and you want to ensure that some kind of custom client won't access your manufacturing site, you just, with one button click, with disable VPN, you disable a whole factory hub. And with this button clicked, you just have prevented any user which have access to this hub possibility to access remote network without additional activation. So that's it with my demonstration. And I hope that you will are intrigued and you will test RMS VPN yourself way more in your conditions, and you will use it in various use cases. And talking about some use cases, my colleague Pranas will talk about a few possible variants.
Thank you, Thomas, for your presentation. It was a great demo. I believe you found it interesting, and you also would like to try it by yourself. And before jumping to use cases, I would like to remind that we have live poll, and I would like to encourage you to answer these questions because your answers is very important for us to improve upcoming webinars and provide the information that would be the most interesting for you. So the first real-world use case is about manufacturing plant infrastructure. Imagine that you have factory with PLCs and many controllers inside these PLCs, or special Siemens controllers. In order to reach those controllers, you must have Siemens software inside the network, which costs a lot. Companies who are trying to save money and control not one but 2 or 3 factories are buying one single software to manage all these factories. So in order to control the networks remotely, you must have remote access possibility. RMS Connect is not suitable for that since it supports only one protocol at a time, but RMS VPN is perfect solution here. Our RMS VPN is also good for this solution since it with you create VPN server, choose endpoints, and choose which engineer has an access to it. Another use case is about building management system, or shortly BMS. Building management system includes quite a lot of different devices, such as heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, solar panels, data center, cameras, and etc. To control all of them remotely, you must have a solution which can offer encrypted link to multiple devices with the support of different protocols, such as RMS VPN. With it, you can connect to HVAC, solar panels, routers, switches, cameras remotely and save a huge amount of cost. Again, while VPN as a service is used everywhere, I would like to highlight that the easiest way to get sales from VPN is to offer it to machine builders, industrial machinery manufacturers, or integrators who are offering full service to their clients. And I believe you are also curious about pricing. It's similar as RMS Connect. Every company gets 5 gigabytes for the start. After that, 2 additional gigabytes cost 1 credit, the same as RMS Connect. So if you are still not using our remote management system, don't wait. Register at our RMS webpage and create your account. You can have free trial version of RMS with every new device from us. If you need additional information about RMS, visit our website. At our website, you can find more information about RMS features, download flyers, and if you would like to go deeper in technical questions, tutorials are waiting for you. And remember what's the most important. You can always reach our experts, our sales managers. We understand that all your business cases are different and every of it needs a special view to find the best way to create value together. If you have a need for more information about RMS, please contact us. We are ready to help you. And this is basically all that we wanted to share with you today. So make sure to check our wiki, follow us on various social media channels, and if you would like to get all the latest news, feel free to subscribe to our newsletters.